Ninja Acholi, welcome back to Chaka Leb Acholi. One segment me Kwan Leb Acholi and Jacqueline Cot. Excuse me. So I actually just went live to do a Chaka Kan session to discuss the Ugandan election. We had some technical difficulties. We'll do a part 2 to discuss the elections tomorrow. My guest today was Ken Paele, and he will be joining again tomorrow for part 2. This is Kwan Leb Acholi, which is a segment within Chaka Leb Acholi, where I read texts or books or research on the Acholi people and try to leave comments in English. This is session 43 on the Ayuu sub-clan, which is within the Pajok clan of the Acholi people of South Sudan, present-day South Sudan. Last time on session 42, I read on the Pagaya people. I am still reading on Pajok territories to the left, or Pajok Lacam. I still have to read Ayuu and Panto. Once I finish reading on Ayuu and Panto, I will then move to Pajok territories to the right, Pajok Lacam in Acholi. Okay. If you want to catch up to see what we've been talking about and which subgroups we've been discussing so far, please go watch previous sessions. We're on YouTube as Chaka Leb Acholi, and we are also on Facebook as Chaka Leb Acholi. This segment of Kwan or reading Leb Acholi is within the same platform. I also post videos on my personal Facebook, which is Chaka Kan. Okay, Chaka Kan South Sudan. I am on TikTok as Chaka Kan-South Sudan as well. Okay, I'll pull out my tech. Please like, comment, share. Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Chaka Leb Acholi, so you can stay up to date with our recordings and sessions, and to follow along with what we're learning about the Acholi people, their culture, their territories, their history, and any current events. Okay. Also follow our official Facebook page, which is Chaka Leb Acholi as well. Okay, I'll pull out my deck. All right, I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to go ahead and read about Ayuu, and tomorrow I will read about the Panto subgroup. Okay. And then I'm assuming that by the end of this coming week, I will start reading about territories to the right, Pajok territories to the right, or Pajok Lacam. I did get a special request from a family member to talk about Patanga. I will get to Patanga. Patanga is on the right territories, part of the right territories of Pajok. Okay, I'll pull out my tag. An excuse if you hear my son in the background making noise. He does that when he can hear my voice. He's trying to get my attention. Okay. Okay, so now on Ayuu. It's about 2 pages. I'm going to try my best to read it all. And then tomorrow I will try my best to get on and read about the Panto subgroup. Okay. All right, so Apua, I'm going to read about Ayuu. Aquano, look me Ayuu kumchane, jo gang me Ayuu. Okay, me Pajok la Twitch Apua, no Pajok Lacam Apua. So la chojo joining on it. Jo Ayuu tiegi dok od matino de gina ye pariemo panyara no Panyara bongo gi palimo. Pariemo gi Panyara bongo. Lodiro mi Pajok chala Marcelo Ogana gi Cadencio Jada Adinya, gino wajaborani, dana mi pariemo, gi panyara bongo, gino bino gi atiak in present day Uganda. Okay? Ruot onyok, Ayuu kelogini pajok. Enter Crasolera, which is one of the sources he's been using. Wajuni, jo mi Ayuu, mi pajok, gi jo Ayum, mi panikwara, gino bino, gi lolobo, lokoya. Okay? An bene atamani Ayuu mi pajok, which is jo pariemo gi panyara bongo, adao agi lolubo. Kid madano machon obedo ka wood madung an bene atamani dano man ochiro mokwongo yatiak which is in present day Uganda, okay? Kala chien gino bino e pajok, okay? Lok mi wood gi bino pajo Ayuu e pajok nyuru borwane lo diro mi pajok pengeo kid ma jo Ayuu oworo kwere ikara mi achonya. So during primitive time or pre-colonial times, there's no evidence to track the migration of the Ayuu people before the British came and they were able to record that information for us. Okay. Enter Gineo Bino Pajo Ayuu Giatiak e Pajok again. So people only know that the Ayuu people came from Atiak to Pajok, but that's about it. Other places that they may have passed by or settled in was not known before the British or post-colonial times. So pre-colonial times, they only knew that they came from Atiak in present-day Uganda, and they settled in Pajok in present-day South Sudan. Okay, this is what we knew before. Okay, Logma wera root onyok okwanye jo pariemo gi panyara bongo gi Atiak tie kidman. Imwaga par boro gi piera ngwen we achiel jo chua ma ono tie igot la duong gi mari mero mi Sudan gino bedo kalwen kare gi kare ikom jo Atiak. Okay. Imohaman wrote abuvga aye onongo tie wrote Atiak. Okay. Wrote ma oneno lwen dong tie kamere marach. Eno awogi aburo tie kalpa wrote. Okay. Gi awogi aburo ne. Gi chiro e kalamuka, okay? Gikenyu wrote abuga, I think that's how you pronounce it. Ochiro e lige, wala ligi. Lige, wala ligi, ochiro ligi. Kamadano mi mari onere iye iloin. Okay. Inge topa ruot abuga. Okay. Mario nero enaho ilige. Mano giloin ki Mario nero enkuya. Okay. Kadong ningo. Inge topa ruot abuga. Wore ma gilungo ni otira. Omaro okay. Okay. Chi te kwarpa chuli wajoni ruot otira peori ike pien atunyao negawara inge due manok. Oh wow. So the son took over when the father, the chief, Rorabuga, was killed, okay, by the Mari people of present day South Sudan. Okay. After that, his son became the chief, Chief Rorotira. But he was only a chief for a few months, and he was killed by hyenas Atunya, no. Atunya is what? Alliance. Hmm? Okay. Now, atunya negawara kwere rorotira wore kena oloyo onongo wore olia onongo poritie do Latin awobi. So when Chief Otira was killed, his son was too young to take over. Okay. Piman odur wotpa Piman odur wotpa jurugo ma omin otira o mahoke pitunu tunu nyo ma olia otiro dongo. Okay, so the uncle to the young boy Olia took over the chiefdom until he was old enough. Okay, gibot onyango ruot otira mi atiak openyo ruot anyala mi padibe ma eno bedo kaloyo luak mi padibe imoha apar bor gi piera rie wi adek wi apar bor gi piera bich weko kel luak mere ka konye iluony ikom mari meto ruoro nyala ruor anyala obedo ruot ma dago mi achiel edikal mi padibe. So the chief of Padibe was a female chief. He was the first female chief of Padibe. Okay. Yala, duanu wachoni muonyo chega ikina tiaki mari mero pilok ma Latin mari onego ruod abuga. Okay. Ma en bene wono tira. Mana yelok ma weho ruoro tira miro chulo ko pawone iko mari mero. So when Chico Tira was chief, even though it was briefly, he was soliciting the support of some of the other Choli groups or other Luo groups. He went to Padibe and tried to get Chief Anyala to help. They went back to fight the Mari people because the Mari had killed his father, who was the chief at the time. Okay, yala roro tira dong oye gi chunye duju mi mio Latin anyara bot Padibe karora nyala o chwalo lumoñ mere obino kakonye gilwani kum mari meto. So Chief Otira had promised to give Chief Anyala, which is a female chief, a young girl if they were to support him in this battle against the Madi people. Okay, mind you, this is a female chief. Okay. Now, Rora Nyala winyo koropa Rod Otira and dong ochwala lomuon maduong ya tiak. Ikare ma luakpa Rod Anyala o ya tiak. Gin oteno komgi wala kot kachiel gi lomuon pa Rod Otira ka gin olwonya matek ikom mari mero. Gin olwonya pi nino adek. So no, mari mero will mari opi. So was Mari Mero Poritie Uganda or Sudan? This is Mari Mero me Sudan. Mari Manoti Uganda alone gonna Mario P will Mario Pa. Okay. But anyways, gi og we attack to Uganda, present day Uganda no. I don't know if this is before get docked the Sudan will but get ya lonya tia teme present day Uganda ya attack. Okay. Mario Bino Wakuya Kalon. So Chief Anyala to Chief get a lumon pera kakonya Chief Otira milwanje jo Mari meto gino lonya pi nino adek ka gimayo wa diang mapo gibon Mari te kwarpa chuli wachoni jo Padibe obero dano ma lo loin mada ikin luak mi chuli duchu Piman Rod Anyala pe okonyo jo atiake ken ilwany. Gin bene okonyo Rod Okeny milokum pilwany pi lueny omego ma obedo ikingi ikare ma nyero ruoro keny onego wuon okeny ner wuon okeny onego wuon okeny pien wuon ruoro keny okwanyo dako mere. Okay. So Ruora Nyala, the chief Anyala, which is a female chief, she was very tough. She was able to help. She took some of her soldiers from Padibe, and they were able to help Chief Otera fight against the Mahdi, and they succeeded. They won. Okay. And she's known for supporting other groups within their community there near Padibe. And she was able to settle some disputes between family members, chiefs of that area, such as Chief Okeng from Lokum in Uganda. Okay. And he was fighting against his uncle, because his uncle had killed his father over his father marrying his uncle's wife. Okay. But anyways, now he says, Kidma wanena malokan chua gimari obero kalwen kare gi kare ikom joatiak. Okay. Gigu maraj dana mi atak peo kero wangi ikom lomon. Lomone. Again bene ocharo lok me da ikingi. Molo dira chuli wajo ni bero pa atiak oyago. Bero pa atiak ayago. Bero pa atiak ayago. Mujo Ayuu longin jo atiak ayago. It's a division or a subgroup of atiak people called ayago. These are the Ayuu as we know it today. The Ayuu subgroup that we know today that had migrated and settled with the Pajok people in present-day South Sudan, okay? They were called Atiak Ayago in present-day Uganda at the time, okay? Gi Atiak Pawi. Okay, Jo Atiak Ayago gi Atiak Pawi onongotie Maraj. Berutugan otie Maraj. Magin bene pe chamo kachel. So Atiak was divided. They were not all together. They were fighting amongst each other. The Ayuu separated from Pawi. The Atiak Ayago or the Ayuu people separated from the Atiak Pawi people. They didn't get along. They always fought amongst themselves. Okay. Wandong watamoni Gimao kelo lok mi da ikin atiak ayago gi atiak pawi miero obed lokom jami ke ma owin or Latin call me ayago or dak wahogi jami ke dujugi pawi. Jam ke duju i pawi. Okay. Ma moha mi kero olia ekom ke oramo la dit oponya won agala mi atiak ayago o Ayuu o mi odwama tek bolwak ni gin miero o luong ruot lakor wood pau cage mi atiak pawi weko bin oket olia ikom ke. Okay. Dana mi atiak ayago o chwaka lok pala dit oponya gindong o chwalo la kwena ipawi ikara ma la kwena ok luak mi pawi o jolo gin mabe nen chalo jo atiak pawi o niang mabe benene jo ayago o lamo gin pilok mi jami ke ma owin neno kelo ipawi. Okay. So jo ga jami mi ke no kwala hogi bod jo Ayuu jo atiak Ayuu tere ho ipawi o kelo lok between ki kwala jami mi ke gitere pawi. Akin kuo muno kelo ngani lam or kelo curse. Okay, so the reason why the Atiak people separated between the Ayago people and some who went to Pawi was because they were fighting over the chiefdom and the royal uh, belongings that they took from the Ayago or the Ayuu people. So because they stole it and took it to Pawi, they cursed the Pawi people. And actually they call it lam, to lamodok, to curse someone. Okay, so when the Ayuu people came back to take their royal items back so they can swear in the young boy, his name is Olia, um, to take over now the chiefdom that his father left him. Um, they were received respectfully because of the curse that was placed on them. They wanted that curse to be lifted, so they accepted the Ayago or the Ayu people to come back and take what belonged to them and to help them put this young boy or honor this young boy as the new chief. So they didn't want any problems, they didn't want to fight. They accepted and welcomed the Ayago or the Ayu people um, with open arms, basically, with no problems. Okay. Um, Jopa widong o ye mi dwaro jami ke bo dana mi atiak ayago we o keri ruot e ke o tunkit ma chik kwar pa chul miro a gin dong o yubo jami ke duju mi dwaro chen ya yago a ka gin bene o ruge gi la diel la kwach gi la ti. Okay, Dwan wajni ruot lakor gi luak mere o wuoro mail mia chiel gi piero dek kulu mi gi ayago mi chiro i Pawi. Okay, so they walked 130 miles to go from Ayago to Pawi to go claim back the royal items that was stolen from Ayago, from Ayuu, the Ayuu people. Okay. Mich Megi Magin Otero Bod Olia Obedo Bul Ario Komke Jomi Chum Mike Mau Yubogi Aporoyat Tonke Tiroke Mi Atwea Ingud Road Tiro Jok Nyo Gagi gi la ke mokene ma oyubo gi la le ma parapat. So they were able to retrieve everything that was stolen and taken to Pawi and bring it back to Ayago and give it to Olia, the new chief, the young boy that was crowned as the new chief. Okay, yalla majopa wio ok e Ayago. So they came back and came back with the envoys that were sent to Pawi to collect the items. The Pawi people, some of them came back with those two envoys and accompanied them back to Ayago or to the Ayuu territory, Ayuu community. Okay. So now when they came back to Ayago, the writer says, Magin bene onongopuri pe odonya igang gin ongolo romo kidma chik kwaro mirebo kinge ka olia gi luak mere bene ongolo romo mano kany lodiro ario achiel gi tung pa jopa wi ka achiel gi tung pa jopa ayago gin okwanyo wi romo gir gireo nyo gwelo itar nyim ki twin dano duchu matie kenyu. So they have to do a traditional ceremony because of bad blood between them over what was stolen and the curse that was placed on Pawi by Ayago. They have to sacrifice 2 sheep. And after they sacrificed it, they had to, take the blood from both sheep and basically um, I don't know how to say this, but they had to basically decorate everyone with the blood. Everybody that was present from both sides, from the Pawi side and then also from the Ayago side, which is the Ayuu side. Everybody had to be uh, blessed by this blood, right? Because it was a sacrifice, basically. So that everybody will be protected and all the bad blood will be squashed between the two communities, and so they can enter in within, they can enter into the Ayago territory peacefully. Okay. So they did the sacrifice with two sheep, and then the writer says, "Man bene Roma Roma gi lega madano lego borubanga ne borubanga lokta mewa gi chwinywa duchu obed chal yamo marach ochit gi chien dok ajut miero pe oyuk tien latin mo." So they don't want any bad blood. They did the sacrifice. They did a prayer, or a little bit of chanting, I guess you can say, and they accepted the sacrifice as something that undid the curse that happened. Okay. Kala chien jopa wi o chamo ringo ramo megi kadano pa olia bene o chamo ringo ramo megi. Ikarma cham dongo tum ruot lakor mi pa wi o kwanyo jogo wi ramo nyo okoro wi ramo omiyo bot olia ka olia bene okwanyo jogo wi ramo pa jo ayago nyo jo ayu ka omiyo bot rot lakor dano megi ogwako jogo wi ramo mi nyuro bot luak ni gindong otieko chamo oput matien loke ni dano mi ayago gi dano mi pa wi dong twero chom kachiel labongo luoro. Okay, te kwar mi atiak wajo ni ing'e chamo oput ruoth lakor okero ruoth olia ikom. Okay, okero en ikom ke ka en bene obedo ka ng'ere gi kom ke mere mano kany luak odonyo I chom mat gi miel. Okay, so after the sacrifice and the ceremony was completed, they ate together. They were happy and merry, and then the traditional ceremony for crowning the new chief, which is Chief Olia, took place, in which the chief of Pawi, Ruod Lakor, was able to crown Olia as the new chief of Ayago or Ayuu. And then he was sitting in his royal chair next to Chief Lakor from Pawi. Okay. So everybody else continued on with celebrating, eating, dancing, and being happy and engaging within the two communities together. Okay. Or engaging between the two groups that were present, being the Pawi people or the Pawi delegation and the Ayago or the Ayuu people. Okay. All this was taking place in Ayago, not in Pawi. Okay. Nen chalo road onyok mi Ayuu Pajok obero katamo kare gikare iko muny ma jochua gi maritie kalwany kwere iko matiak. Lachien eno noni atiak dong pe kabero. Pien giyo digo duju gin tamo ni muny bino ento dano pe ng'eyo ka muny man bino gi kwene. Pilok man nen chalo oweko ruoth onyok okwanyo dano mi pariemo gi panyara bongo gi atiak okelo gine Sudan. Okay, so later on, the chief was not comfortable being part of Atiak, and he decided to take the two groups from Atiak, the Ayago people, and take them into Sudan to avoid more bloodshed. So he took his people away from other Atiak groups, and they moved the Ayago, which is the Ayuu people, and took them into Sudan, present day South Sudan. Okay. Yalla. Mm, and settled in Pajok. Okay. One dong, one ne jo Ayuu, mi Pajok, obino giatiak idok ot mi Ayuu. Tekwara chuli wajani atiak tie gidok ot Martino, Pierre we dick kid man. So they're saying the attack group from present day Uganda at the time was so large that so many groups broke away from it and went to different directions and settled with different subgroups or tribes. Okay, the two mini groups, which is the Pariamo and the Panyarabongo, are just the two mini groups from Atiak. They are called the Ayago. They came and settled in present day Pajok, present day South Sudan. Okay, while there's other groups of the Atiak. Okay, so he listed 23 mini groups that are part of the Atiak subgroup or chiefdom. The Atiak chiefdom had 23 groups. Okay, then he lists out all 23, which includes local, nyodok ot parod. Okay, that's one. Number two, okupele, magino bino gi mari. Number three, koyo, marod lo bongo, okelo gin gi got. Ameng, dok bong, e gankal. Okay, number four, miangwen, kibogi nyo rapukuru. You know, agi pajok, kibogi. If you know this group, please drop your comments. If you know all the mini groups of Atiak, the Atiak chiefdom from President Uganda back in the day, please drop your comments. Okay. Number five, pa oponya. Okay. Number six, pa wire, well, pa wiro. Okay. Number seven, pa woma. Number eight, pa lokiri, well, lokere. Palokiri, well, lokere. Okay. Number nine, paurach, well, paurech. Number 10, pakibo. Number 11, parracha. Number 12, pabono. Well, pabono. Let me know if I'm pronouncing these names correctly, please. Number 13, parubi, maubino, gi, pajul, well, pajule. Yalla, number 14, agoro, maubino, gi, agoro. All right, straightforward. Number 15, palopal, well, lopale. Maubino gi madi. Number 16, locolia, maubino gi lowi gi gankuku. Locolia, maubino gi lowi e gankuku. Okay. Yellow, Ayuu, madong gi modongi ikina yu mau chiri pajok. Alu mau bino gi madi. Okay. Pichilo. That's number 19. Number 20, murle mau bino gi ba. Number 20 is murle mau bino gi ba. Okay, number 21, pakwach magina ye wegingom mi atiak. Pakwach wala pakwach. Mo magin wegingom. Okay. Mi atiak. Present day. Atiak in Uganda. Number 22, Pachware. Pachware Obinogi Mari Adrupele. Mari Adrupele. Okay. And then last is number 23, Gi Logobi. Ki Logobi. Magien Miro Obin. Gi Didinga. So as me doc out in Ginimatina Tina mi atiaki Obino Gi JP Crasalara, book per mucho look me luo in 1951. 1951, JP Crasalara. Take a listen anyway. Okay, a poor. Leave your comments king your doc on me atiaki hogini wine. Ayuu don't toge ayi doc out kona chel wala ria magi poko kin Gimatina rione, jongone. Pariamo gi jo panyarabongo. Panyarabongo. Okay. Yalla. Na chojo choni ngoni. I only got about 3 paragraphs, okay? La chojo choni ngoni. Te kwarmi pajok wachani jo pariamo gi panyarabongo gino donyi pajok in mwaka chiel gi dana mi biti pagaya pantokera ento kin dujo donya ingo man idwe pat ma pat. Dok ora ngwen man aye mau chaho donyo ipajok. Man bene aye gima o wehotin Ayuu o doho wehi gang. Ben o yuak o wach borane jokor ikare ma gin tie kabino ipajok gino nunga Ayuu tie ite got lagaya ka gin dong o chiro kachiel gikor igot agu. Ento dana mokena wachani jokor onongo jo Ayuu dong tie igot agu. La dira yuak bene o mere gi wach borani jo Ayuu onongo o bedo dano ma logero ma da mana ye gin ma o wera jokor o tamani kagin o duogo Ayuu gi tek ite loch paruod yuaya chi digi pori kelo ta madir ikindano ada kor dong obero ka nyal Ayuu gi lok mamit actually yam obolo kwere ki karo lok ni rieho loyo tek kum ada mod Ayuu ye mi bere te loch paruod yuaya. So they didn't force Ayuu because they were scared. Ayuu, they attack people. They like to fight. They're very strong. So Ayuu didn't want to fight them because they felt maybe they were not going to be successful in defeating the Ayuu people. So they used a softer approach by dialoguing, right? Sweet talking them and giving them gifts and stuff like that to convince them to become one with them under their chief, the Yuaya chief, basically. At some point, they didn't want to do it, and then eventually they gave in and they became part of Yuaya. Okay? But we find that the Ayuu people were Uringom, or one of the forefathers of Pajok. They were already there. By the time the Yuaya people came and other groups came, Ayuu was already there. And they were in Garagu. And then the Yuaya people and the Kor people came and found them, and then they settled as one people in Pajok. But they are one of the forefathers of Pajok is Ayuu, Biri, Pantokera, and Pagaya. These are the forefathers of Pajok, or the Wiringom of Pajok as we know it. Okay? Yalla, on Palimo. La deep paterna abak o wajiborane danami Palimo, obino gi Ayuu alali matie ipalabek in present-day Uganda. Te kwarami Pajok pe wajo pingo dana man o a wahogi ipalabek. Wan bene pe wangeo nying la dit nyo nying ruot mau kilo jo Palimo Pajok. Mi areo wan bene pe wangeo ka dana mi Palimo o donye Pajok ka chiel gi dana mi pariemo ka panyarabongo. nyo gino bino la chien ka gin ogero ikumdano man dog bong. Okay, when they say bong, that means foreigners. Okay, so we're trying to find if the Palimo people who are not part of Ayuu were already part of the other two groups, which is Panyarbongo, and Pariamo. But they come from Palabek. They came late. So they're trying to figure out if they settled with these two groups as one group, which is Ayuu, or there was another story of how they got there. Okay. Yala ningo. Mi ario bene. Uh, Pawangio ka dana mi palimo donye pajo kachiel gi dana mi parimo gi panyarbongo. Nyo gino bino la chien ka gino ogero ikum dano man dok bong. E karma puri ya ti Sudan atemo mi nongo lo diro palimo we gino wajbora lok ma dok ikum dok ot man. Gi gum marach luen pa gereng o kero dano ata ma oweho nongo lo diro mi palimo bena odogo tek bora. Lok mi adek ma nongo amira ngeo madok kom palimo ya chuli Sudan wanongo palimo tie ipajok gi magui ento pe wangeo kalok mi kaka tie ikinge. Okay, there's a Palimo people in Pajok and there's Palimo people in Magui. Are they one people or are they separate groups? Okay, this is what he's trying to find out. If you know, please drop your comments. Joe Palimo mi Ayuu. Gibino gi two man. Some of them get Magui pori and some of them get Pajok. Okay. Ka kono lok mi kaka tie kin Joe Palimo mi Pajok gi Joe Palimo mi Magui. Ageno ni wabi choi is second edition mi bookman. Okay. We'll drop comments too. Ayuu. What can you tell us about Ayuu and where you guys all came from? 3 different groups. How you ended up in Pajok. Please drop your comments, subscribe to this channel. Let us learn together. About Ayuu. Okay. What we know is that you Ayuu we deal with hang on. Poor. Yala, la chu choning or look me team gi got Ayuu. La chu choning on it. Ayuu tiegi team a chill ken magi lungo team or loyal loin nyo Ayuma. Chon gi chon team or loyal loin or no team pajomo mi ba. Dana mi pajomo la chien or mi team or loyal loin bora you. Pilok mi wala lok magin o konya kwere luak mi pajomo mi luanyi kum lango. Ki ka imiro niang matut ilok mi team oloy luany bot Ayuu Kwan pajomo bura mi ba. Wano bene ni Ayuu tie gi got achiel keken magi lungo ni got alali matie I Palabek e present day Uganda ento dana mi Ayuu peregi jok. Andong atamani Ayuu mi pajok luongo God alali ni God Megi pien jo palemo matin tie igang Ayuu obino gi Palabek dok lok mi wat pori tie matek ikin jo Ayuu palemo mi pajoki Ayuu alali mi Palabek. Wano ni iluany pa Joseph lagu Munu mingoni moga apara bong wen gi piera bichel we dek we apara bong wen gi piera bira we real. Ningo jo Ayuu mi pajok ikare magin oringo ayela Uganda gino chiro ogeri kom jo Ayuu alali kadana mokene ogero I akeli Congo. Akeli Congo. Ayuu tiegi team achiel magilungo ni oloy luany Ayuma. Chon gi chon, team oloy luany onongo bedo team pajomo mi ba. I think he's writing this twice, okay? Chila chen gino mi team mana ho bot jo Ayuu pikonyo gen mi luany kom jo lango. Okay? Min yang mabe kom team man Nen donyo pa jomo bura ilogumia bo. Goralali aye God ma jo Ayuu tie kere tie I palabek Uganda ento jo Ayuu peregi jok. Okay, so this is all there is about Ayuu. We found that Ayuu tie jo ringom. They came from Atiak in present-day Uganda. They broke away from the Atiak. Atiak have over 23 mini groups within that chiefdom in Uganda at the time. And the two groups that broke away from it, they call themselves Ayago, Atiak Ayago. They are also part of the Pawi, but they broke away. And then there was a curse placed on the Pawi because Jomi Pawi gi kwale gami ke gi bot Ayago no nego chief. So Jo Ayuu, which is the Ayago people, get a curse Pawi, but later get him a sacrifice, get lamo ginane, get him a sacrifice mi kwanya lam. Ka gig bikero Latin pa chief olea okera hodong ke. Kadong la chien pien gi kwero lwen Jo Ayuu gi kwanya kumgi hoge Uganda, present day Uganda, gi chiro Pajok. Okay, gi saro Pajok kumgi chiro gorago. Jumone Jo nga gini gino Jo Ayuu gi okka hogi gorago. So giti ringom gini Jo Biri, Jo Pagaya, gi Jo Pantokera, gin erin gimanyete ringom, you're the forefathers of present day Pajok. Yel Jo Pai Limo, mi Ayuu, gibina gi yo palabek, lakin lo ngeo ko ka gina gitegi relation gi Jo Ayuu mon magi okla gina tu gina mi achel Jo mo okat gina tura ukna tura ya Jo mo ok mi achel Jo gina pariemo gi panyar bongo gi okom ka Jo palimo gi bino gi sere kom gi Jo bong meaning they're foreign. Okay, gi bino gi palabek. So lo mirong new relationship munu between Joni wa fine Joni gitegi law loin gitiegi timo law loin yala job to gi pere ko gi pere gi job lakin team to gi law loin. Okay, and omi gi law loin obama mi gi law loin yo jopa jomo pian gi konyo bogi loin kom lango. Okay, so my English speakers, we end here. The Ayuu people came from present-day Uganda, a part of the Atiak chiefdom. They broke away with just two groups, the Pariemo and then the Panyarabongo people. They came and settled in Pajok and the mountain called Agu, and they are one of the forefathers of present-day Pajok in present-day South Sudan, together with the other groups such as the Biri subclan of the Pajok Acholi tribe, and then also the Pagaya and the Pantokera. Okay, and they own one piece of land called Olalwen, meaning those who won in battle, basically. And that's about it. And then they have another group called the Palimo people. They came from present-day Palabek and present-day Uganda, but we're still trying to establish their relationship with the other two groups that came from Atiak. They came and settled with these two groups later as the Ayuu people, but we're still trying to establish their how they settled together as one group. Okay, tomorrow I will read about the Panto people, which is another subgroup of the Pajok clan of the Acholi tribe of present-day South Sudan. Okay, I want you guys to stay tuned and follow along tomorrow, okay? Like, comment, share this YouTube and live stream on your social media platforms. Join me as a guest if you want to discuss anything about Ayuu, Panto, any of the clans or subgroups, tribes, or any current events surrounding anything related to the Acholi people and their environments. Apo Matek. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Chaka Leb Acholi. I am on Facebook also as Chaka Leb Acholi. That's the official page. And my personal page is Chaka South Sudan. Apo Amatek. Okay. Thank you so much. Join me again tomorrow so we can read about the Pajok people. Apo Amatek.